Woo's name has once again rocked the Korean entertainment scene, this time not because of the visuals like a Greek statue, not because of his brilliant achievements in acting and music, but because of the storm of controversy that suddenly dragged his family name into the center of public attention. Social media suddenly exploded after allegations surfaced that linked Eun Woo's mother to the management of the family company's funds that were said to be not transparent. What made the situation even hotter? Until this moment, the mother chose to be silent, and that silence actually sparked the anger of netizens who demanded one thing: recognition. The issue stems from an anonymous post on a Korean online community, known to be a place for big entertainment industry gossip to leak. In the post, a user claimed to have information about a company allegedly affiliated with Eun Woo's family. The company was said to have received a large flow of funds and now questioned the clarity of its use. Although the post did not explicitly mention her name, netizens were quick to associate her with Eun Woo's mother, who has been known as a behind-the-scenes figure in the idol's life. Within hours, keywords related to Eun Woo's mother, family company, and fund management were trending. Forums, Twitter, and Instagram comment columns are full of speculation. Some netizens accused, others defended, while the rest were silent to see how one issue was able to shake the image of the perfect family that had been attached to Eun Woo. What makes the situation even more complicated is the absence of official clarification. No statement from the family, no explanation from the company was mentioned, and the most highlighted, the mother still chooses silence. In the fast-paced world of K-entertainment, silence is often interpreted as something suspicious, although legally silence is not recognition. But for netizens, the silence of the figure at the center of the allegations has become a new fuel for collective anger. Sharp comments also appeared. "If it's not wrong, why not talk?" wrote a netizen. Eun Woo has always sold a clean and perfect image. Now her family has to take responsibility, another wrote. There are also those who think that the public has a right to know because Eun Woo is a public figure with great influence. Narratives of transparency and moral responsibility are beginning to be echoed, although no concrete evidence has yet been published. But on the other hand, the wave of defense is no less great. Eun Woo's fans consider this issue too forced and dangerous. They remind that the actor's mother is not a celebrity and does not deserve to be dragged into a public court based on anonymous rumors. "This is too much," wrote one fan. There are no official documents, no legal statements, but netizens are already judging. This tension gave rise to a classic debate in the Korean entertainment world. To what extent should the artist's family be held responsible for unproven allegations? Does an idol's popularity automatically erode his family's right to privacy? Or is it that public status makes everything fit for mass consumption? In the midst of the hustle and bustle, Eun Woo's own name becomes the main highlight. The actor, who is known for always maintaining an attitude, rarely dragged into controversy, is now in a difficult position. Many netizens demanded that he speak out, although he was not directly involved in the allegations. Eun Woo's silence is also disappointing, wrote one user. Others, however, asked the public to stop dragging him. He is not the perpetrator, why should he be blamed? Korean media began to report this issue with caution. Some used the phrases "suspected netizens" and "unconfirmed," while overseas tabloids began to wrap them in sensational headlines. The style of reporting in the style of idol family scandal makes this issue even more widespread to the international fan community. What draws the most attention is how one silent gesture turns into a grand narrative. Every day without clarification is perceived as mental stress for the inquisitive public. Some call this a silent strategy, others call it a fatal mistake in crisis management. In Korean culture, quick clarification is often considered important to dampen rumors. But there are not a few cases where clarification actually worsens the situation. Netizens even started digging into Eun Woo's old interview, quoting his words about family, the value of honesty and integrity. Pieces of old videos and transcripts went viral again, captioned with satirical overtones. "Is this value still valid?" wrote a user with a caustic emoticon. At this point, the issue that initially targeted the alleged fund management turned into an attack on the moral image. Even so, until now no official institution has announced a legal investigation related to these allegations. No court report. No tax documents were released to the public. Everything in circulation is still in the territory of speculation. But in the digital age, the line between fact and opinion is often blurred, especially when the emotions of the masses are already on fire. Some entertainment industry observers consider this situation dangerous. They warned that public pressure could have a serious impact, not only on Eun Woo's career, but also on his family's mental health. "This is a classic example of trial by social media," said one analyst. "Netizens feel like they are judge, prosecutor, and jury at the same time." On the other hand, there are also voices that consider that this controversy reflects a change in public attitudes towards public figures and their families. Transparency is now the main demand, although the boundaries are still gray. In this case, the mother's silence is considered a symbol of indifference by some netizens, although by law she is not obliged to explain anything to the public. As the days go by, the pressure gets bigger. Hashtags demanding clarification keep popping up, but at the same time, the campaign of support for Eun Woo also strengthened. International fans are calling for the public to wait for facts, not rumors. They remind that the history of K-entertainment is full of cases where baseless issues destroyed a person's reputation. Now the public is at a crossroads. Will this silence lead to official clarification? Or is it just that this issue will dim by itself, like many other rumors before? Clearly, this storm left one bitter lesson about how fragile reputation can be, even for a figure as clean as Eun Woo. One thing is certain, as long as there is no valid legal evidence, all accusations remain in the realm of conjecture. But in the never-sleeping world of Korean entertainment, guesswork alone is enough to shake things up. Eun Woo's mother's silence is now not just an attitude, but a symbol interpreted 1,000 ways. And amid the cries of netizens demanding recognition, the public is waiting. Either this silence will break, or it will become the finale of the hottest drama of the year. This storm of controversy kept rolling, and instead of abating, it entered a more intense phase as netizens began to dissect every little detail that ever came to the surface. Anonymous accounts have sprung up, claiming to be insiders, albeit without verifiable evidence. Pieces of screenshots, documents of unclear origin, until one-sided narratives began to circulate widely, creating the illusion as if the truth was already in the hands of the public. Under these conditions, the line between investigation and persecution becomes increasingly thin. Netizens who demanded a confession from Eun Woo's mother argued that the silence of the relevant parties prolongs the suspicion. They attributed the silence to a long-standing pattern of Korean public figure scandals, in which late clarification is often seen as a form of evasion. "We don't demand a verdict, we demand an explanation," wrote one user, who was later retweeted thousands of times. This narrative spread quickly, turning demands for clarification into a collective movement. However, opposing voices are also getting louder. Many parties consider that netizens' demands have exceeded the limits of reasonableness. They remind that until now none of the authorities has confirmed the existence of an investigation, let alone a violation of the law. "When did anonymous rumors turn into public rights?" wrote a pop culture columnist. This question sparked a heated discussion about the ethics of scandalous consumption in the digital age.